Welcome back, everybody. 2 guys, 1 mic. Stan the man is back. I gotta make sure, sorry, that the audio is working because last time I don't want to make sure that we don't have to redo this.
Not for your listening pleasure.
Yep, there you go. All right, we're good. We're rocking and rolling. Hello, Stan. You feeling
Hello,
better?
Matthew. I'm feeling a lot better.
Last time you left me and Keith hanging all by ourselves.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, but it was coming out both sides. So
take care of yourself. Yeah, rested and rejuvenated.
I did. Yeah. A lot of emergency.
Yeah.
Product plugs. Zinc. Yep.
Vitamin D. All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Back to 100 or pretty close?
I'm 100.
100.
Yep. Went to the gym this morning. Felt good.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm happy to be back. I hate being bedridden.
Me too.
I do.
It's worse of not doing anything, but then also not going to the gym is part of it.
You know? Oh, I turned into a big baby. You know? I'm a big baby when I'm sick. I'm like, hey, I feel good.
Me too.
Exactly. I want to lay in bed. No, I hate being in bed. I want to watch TV. No, I don't want to watch TV.
The story of our lives, let me tell you.
I'm a bitch when it comes to that.
All right, let's get back to serious. We're serious now.
All right.
We're going to be talking about a couple different articles today. We got the NAR president. We don't decide what's right or wrong. The local MLSs do. That's one article. Okay. Another article is Redfin brings in, teams up with ChatGPT to go to use them together to find houses on ChatGPT. I'm not sure how that works really, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And why the latest inflation data is good news for real estate, and what consumers think is causing the housing affordability crisis. And we'll talk about some numbers. Start with the boring one. You go with that?
Yeah. Let's do that. That's the first one.
Yep. So this is not really for consumers, more, I guess, it might be a little bit on the consumer side of things, but also on the real estate agent side of things, I'm thinking. But pretty much is, as the industry heads over debate on the future of the MLS, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it. The president said we're not going to get involved in what's right or wrong. We're going to leave it up to local MLSs. Stan the man.
So my feeling, and I know we don't have a lot of followers right now, so I'm going to tread out into this water and just say it. I'm not a big fan of NAR or MLSs. You know, whenever we've got these, quote, governing bodies that are trying to do right by us, they seem to do wrong by us because they're not boots on the ground. I mean, you're in the military. You know that when the higher ups make decisions, they're making decisions based from behind a desk.
Yeah, about the numbers.
Yeah. So realistically, whenever we've had changes in our MLS, whether it was just a simple search criteria or whether it was a full-blown change, it's never been for the better.
No.
So I'm just as far as all of that's concerned, if the NAR, I mean, we don't have a choice right now. We're still funding the NAR, and if they want to go supposedly help us out by looking at zoning things, I just laughed when I read that because they don't know what the hell's going on in Idaho.
No. Most likely in Washington, just
it's like
what they do out there.
Yeah, it's like, well, you guys just take your money and go have your little parties and lobby. Go lobby. Yeah, because that's really all you're there for.
Yeah. The interesting take I saw on this was all of a sudden now they're singing a different tune of not deciding what's right and wrong. But 5, 6, 7 years ago, when Zillow and Redfin, all of them were coming up, they were making policies and different rules to put in place to be able to help these portals, and kind of screwed us as realtors over. Instead of being able to have our own, we had these different companies come in and be able to sell people's data and what have you. And so they weren't sitting back then. They were deliberately putting some rules and policies in place to help them out to be able to get access to our own MLSs.
Only to totally turn 180 degrees later and go, no, that's not what we're here for.
We're not doing that. And so that's just what I just find interesting is that we could have had such a better MLS. We could have had our own portal for agents and what have you if they never let Zillow and Redfin and everything come in and get access to all that stuff. Right?
Absolutely.
Might have been seeing a whole different landscape out here, you know.
Well, and I've been doing this long enough that my clientele, for the most part, they rely on me to find them houses. They really do. And that's really our jobs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm constantly looking at the hot sheet, things like that. Now, is that the best use of my time? Hell no, it's not. But a lot of them they want my input when I send them something.
Yeah.
Because they know that I'm going to send them the best of the best, whether they're buying or whether they're just thinking about selling. And I throw them a comp, say, here's one or two that's, you know, that really gives you a picture of what your house is worth. We all know that the Zillow's estimate thing is crap. Everybody jokes about it. Everybody knows that. Zillow even knows that. That's why they keep trying to get deeper and deeper into our MLS and have access to us and our information. So the fact of the matter is, us as the experts that are doing this every day, we know what's going on. If we're actually doing it at an eye level.
Yeah.
So
I agree. And it's just such a missed opportunity for our real estate. There's a whole reason Compass just bought Anywhere right now is for them to start their own pretty much portal to.
That's a great point.
To go away from the MLS and everything. Because like you said, we're tied down. We don't have a choice.
Right.
And it's a worst part.
That's a really good point. That is a great example. You're right.
And I know EXP is also trying to do their own like Zenlist thing. I've used it once or twice, but not a lot of people are using it right now.
Right.
To have enough. It's hard because like you want to have your own, but no one's using it, but you have the option.
Now, what we really truly need is to just get together as an industry and have
one common place.
I guess I hate to say it, but have a Zillow. Have our
own.
Nation worldwide MLS where you just literally click on an area on the map and all the freaking inventory comes up.
Which we've talked about this before. Our local MLS to a certain degree is cool to help us here locally, but we should not have 3 different MLSs in our Northern Idaho thing.
Right.
Like we shouldn't be all together. We could be able to see everything going on. Because why do I need access and pay another MLS over in North Idaho and by Border County if I have someone looking up there as opposed to anywhere else? And you're like, this is stupid.
It's dumb. You're right. And until we figure out how to do that as an industry, we're just going to continue to just break open Zillow and try to look up the price of a house in Bonner County.
100%. I even use Zillow as a realtor because like sometimes they have stuff, sometimes they don't.
Well, you own property in another state too. I mean, you kind of want to know what's going on, you know, in that neighborhood. So, I mean, absolutely. So, anyway,
enough of that. You know, Redfin brings a new home search with ChatGPT. This is one thing I was just confused about. I want to talk about. Who is using ChatGPT to look up houses? Do you put a description like I'm looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath house, and it just like spits you out stuff? Like, what do you think?
I would like to know in the comments. I seriously, and maybe we'll have them on the podcast and they can show us how to do that because you sent me this article and I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. So I opened ChatGPT and I was trying to get it to do that to help find a house for me in Destin, Florida.
Did it work?
No, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. So, and probably user error. You know, because I'm sure ChatGPT is a lot smarter than what I use it for. But I don't know. I again, maybe I'm just old. Not even old school, just old. I'd rather have that human person helping me out. So somebody that knows, that's driven around the areas. I mean, you and I both have driven all over this area, and we know one neighbor. I mean, you know the difference is just blocks away from your neighborhood. You know, and so do I. So, and I don't think ChatGPT does.
No, 100%. I'm just thinking about it, just looking casually online. How is that easier than just like going to Zillow or Redfin and to see like 3-bed, 2-bath? I'm like, I just can't comprehend the fact of people thinking it's
like
easier.
I said, if you're doing that, hey, you put in the comments, give us a call.
Please, because we are confused. I'm only 30. I don't understand this. Come on.
And I'm only 30 minutes from being 100. So.
That's all I wanted to bring up on that. I'm just confused. I'm not sure how it works. Please tell me. We got to ask Erica. Maybe she knows.
Yeah, maybe Erica knows. I bet she doesn't. I bet she'd laugh. Like, well, why would I do that? I work with a bunch of realtors.
Why would I look at ChatGPT? Exactly right. Our next little article here is why the latest inflation data is good news for real estate. Cooling inflation gives the housing market an incremental tailwind, but economists warn that data released this time of year can be tricky to interpret. And pretty much just goes into showing the inflation numbers are down and how the economy is looking overall. Some people are predicting 1 or 2 more cuts this year. As we had Keith on last week, he didn't personally see any other rate cuts while Jerome Powell is still in office, but that's till May. So maybe after Kevin Warsh comes in, we might see another one. But we're pretty deep into the spring market already by that point.
By that time,
summer.
Yeah. I do agree with Keith. I don't see anything happening with Powell. He's just going to leave things alone, cruise on out. My thought on this article is every little bit helps no matter what. I don't care whether it's you're buying a house or not. You're saving money on eggs, saving money on gas, saving money on groceries, saving money on anything, meat, whatever your deal is, entertainment. It all helps. I mean, that's just been true for ages, right? It doesn't matter if it was in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, now. So anytime we see prices come down, that's a plus.
100% on anything.
So I don't know, does it offset, a higher mortgage rate? No, it doesn't, but it takes the edge off. Will we ever see the 3s again? I don't know. I mean, maybe not in a fixed rate, but I was talking to a gal last week. She represents one of the builders in the area, and her and her husband just had a house built, and they bought it down, and they did an arm. And they're at 8. I think she said it was an 8-1 arm, 3.25% for 8 years. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. So there's still options out there. Anyway, didn't want to get out in the weeds from your article, but
no, you're good. It ties into the next one really well, but I wanted to touch on the arms. Keith and I briefly talked about arms last week, and he was just talking about they are a little more costly up front to be able to buy one because they're not obviously fixed rate and they're not resellable like any other mortgages on the back end of it. So it makes it a little bit more more expensive. More cost up front, but at the end you do get a lower payment, and it does look more appealing to some people at the end of it. If you have it and you're okay with it, I mean, why not do it? 3.25? Are you kidding me? For an 8-year arm, a lot can happen in 8 years.
Well, that's what she said. She goes, my kids are all in their like teenage years. So by the time the youngest one gets out of the house, the 8 years is more than ample. So she goes, we'll probably sell at year number 6, probably year number 5, and upgrade to our house, just her and her husband. So why not?
And exactly what you were talking about earlier, but our last article is what consumers think is causing the housing affordability crisis. And a lot of people do think it's the high mortgage rates and the high prices, which 100% agree. These prices have doubled over the last 6 years, and the mortgage rate obviously not 3% anymore. So it does make it more expensive to be able to buy a house. Is it enough offsetting from the lower gases that we have, from cheaper eggs, from cheaper meat, to be able to still afford a house like that? And those are variable prices, right? At the end of the day.
Right.
I mean, last week you were talking about buying a new truck because gas is $2 a gallon.
Well, because I'm seeing diesel come down, and all the new trucks I want are diesel. So I mean, does it justify it? No. Does it offset it? No. But damn, it sure makes it a little bit more sellable to the wife.
Gas is cheaper, babe.
Babe, it's not $5.85 a gallon anymore for diesel. So now it's $3.85. So, I mean, going back to like what you just said, to echo that, everything does help.
Every little bit from saving here and there.
Absolutely, 100%. And one of the other things regarding the quote affordability situation is, realistically, if you look at every state, it's their supply that they've got, and I don't know every zoning rule for even Kootenai County, honestly, but you drive around here and there's lots of rooftops going up, and we've been pro-growth as a county.
Mhm.
So that's why there's builders that want to be here and they want to be able to build the houses.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of demand
Mhm.
for people who want to be here. So I think we've got a pretty good balance here.
Mhm.
It may be a situation where you are going to pay a little bit more to live in Idaho. But there's still at least a vast amount of inventory available. So it just depends on, again, what you want to accomplish at the end of the day.
Yep.
And what environment is best for you.
Yep. We were talking about it on our weekly meeting today. I mean, Idaho as a nation, what Todd was saying is it wasn't looking too good job wise, but out here in Idaho, we still have a lot of more jobs coming in. It's not only Boise. That was my question. Like, are they all coming to Boise, which is 7 hours south? Because that doesn't really affect us.
Right, exactly. It doesn't, no.
Opposed to Coeur d'Alene. But he was telling us that the chart for specifically for Coeur d'Alene is showing like over the nation, the job numbers that are coming out, most of it was healthcare and everything else was like down here. We're flipped from that while healthcare is down here and everything else is going there. I mean, that just shows the mining that we have, the tech that John was talking about coming into Spokane Valley. I mean, we're still seeing a lot of growth here.
We are
seeing a lot of people coming this way.
Well, and the trades, I've been here a long time, and somebody would say, "Hey, you know an electrician," and I did.
Yeah.
I would know like one or two, and they were the main guys,
Yeah.
right? Now it seems like I meet a new electrician every week, a new plumber, a new HVAC guy. Now, whether they're big companies or small companies, it doesn't really matter. We're getting more and more trades around here, and they're still working, and that shows. That really pinpoints like what's going on with the housing market, because those guys wouldn't be busy and those guys wouldn't have jobs if it wasn't for the fact that how rooftops are going up. So, and that's what we have going on here. So, we've got a lot of national builders like the DR Hortons and stuff like that have been really trying hard to be in our area, and get some land and be able to build. So it's not always going to be like that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you've driven across the prairie.
Yep.
It's filling up fast.
Yep.
So,
I mean, just the stats that you pulled over here
a couple minutes ago.
It just shows of how much, even though we talked last couple of weeks, how much inventory has been just new construction on our market and how much it's getting swallowed up. There's so many people coming here, and that's supporting a lot of our market, almost 54% Kootenai County, like you were saying, if you want to run those numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just did a quick check in our MLS just for Kootenai County.
Is that active?
This is for pending.
For
pending. So there's 456 pendings right now in Kootenai County, and of the 456, 246 of those are new construction. So that's 54%, over half. Of the pending inventory is new construction. And mind you, a new construction build is 6 to 8 months. So, and I do know for a fact that not all of the pendings are immediately put into the MLS. So a lot of the new construction representatives, they're probably sitting on, another 10% of extra additional contracts that are just waiting to get to a certain point before the builder says, go ahead and put that one in the MLS and pend it.
Before it's done.
Exactly. Yep. So, I mean, and the MLS echoes the same thing. That's just our county. But if you look at the entire MLS, there's 623 current pendings right now. And of that, 276 are new construction. So 44% of what's in there is new construction. That's a lot.
It is. And it just shows how much of the pending sales are new construction, are being supported by new construction, but also going to affordability is what kind of rates are they offering? New construction, their lenders, in-house lenders always could beat anything else because they have such a volume.
Well, it's not just their lenders. It's the builder themselves. Builders, they have the flexibility to offer incentives. A couple of houses. In fact, I was talking to Damon on our team. He was looking at one of the local builders, and they were offering a $15,000 builder incentive to be used for whatever you want. regardless of what
Yeah.
you don't have to use the in-house lender. You can use any lender you want.
Oh, wow.
So they can take 15 grand and go, put it towards their down payment if they want, or as long as their loan will allow for it.
Yeah.
So, or use it in upgrades, or split it up and do a little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
That is a sweet deal. I mean, builders aren't in the job of holding on to houses. They're on, they want to build them and sell them.
No, yeah, they don't build them to rent them.
No.
So.
Like some of the houses that we've seen, I mean, they go on the market and see what they could get, and to see what fish will bite. And if not nothing, then that's okay too, and they'll just stay there. And at that point, you're like, why are you even going on the market?
Well, you're bringing up a great point too. Another aspect, I guess, of quote affordability. I hate using that word, but I mean the pricing of a house.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that like to fish.
Yeah.
And they've got a great interest rate.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, worst case scenario is I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Doesn't break their heart.
Yeah. Exactly.
So unless, for some reason they either hate the weather or they're just, tired of the size of the home, or, there's an actual motivation there to actually sell the house, then that's a different deal.
Yeah. I mean, tying that back, well, not even tying it back, but like comparing it, I mean, you were in the business during the good old housing crash that we had. How long did it take to sell a house back then? 6-8 months?
Sometimes it never sold.
Yeah.
I mean, like the only way it would sell, we'd list it as a short sale, and then it would never sell because for one reason or another, we couldn't negotiate a quote fair price with the bank.
Yeah.
The bank would take it back finally.
Yeah.
Eventually, and then it would come to the market. And I was working with one of the major banks in the country at that point in time, and I remember listing a couple houses for short sale. They didn't sell.
Yeah.
That particular bank ended up taking back that asset, and I would end up listing it for 25 to 30% less than the price that we had an offer on for the house. But the negotiator said no.
Yeah.
What kind of madness is that? And I'm sure I'm not the only realtor that represented banks back then that have those kind of stories.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was it was a bloodbath.
Well, it just shows. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be positioned and priced correctly for what the market will bear, and the market will tell you at the end of the day what it's willing to pay. Some people don't like that, and you just have to have hard conversations sometimes.
You get an offer, that's what it's worth.
Exactly. What I hear all the time is like, I don't want to offend someone with a low ball offer. I'm like, the house is worth whatever someone's willing to pay.
Yep.
If you're the only offer that's out there, that's what the market's willing to bear.
Yep.
And so people bring too much emotion into buying and selling houses. I feel like sometimes
They do. They all do.
Yeah.
I'm just as good. I'm just as guilty. So, yeah. Yep. No, it's funny. We tell all of our buyers that and sellers, this is not an emotional decision. This is a business decision. Then it never turns out that way.
My favorite question when showing a buyer is, well, what do you think it's worth? Well, Bob, it's a great question. What do you think it's worth? I could do the analysis and tell you any number. Maybe it's more or maybe it's less, but what are you willing to pay at the end of the day?
Yep.
Are you comfortable with it? And I had one of my friends, this is totally off topic. We didn't even talk about this, but one of my friends is working with a buyer right now. He's like, he was going to pay over asking for a property. I think it was like 30 or 40 grand over, because I don't think it's worth that, but I'm still going to be paying over it because I want the location. Well, you think it's worth 30 grand over because you put it in writing. I don't think the property's actually worth that, but I want it. Well, you think it's worth 30 or 40 grand more. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Yep. That's funny.
Anyways, you want to finish with anything, Stan?
No. We're going into the spring market.
Oh, yeah.
So inventory will start rising as it usually does, especially in our area. And we'll see what happens with rates. But I mean, I think right now is still an awesome time to buy. Prices are very good. Yeah. Builder incentives are out there. I've got an email from Architera right now, another builder here. They're offering like 20 grand in builder incentives. So I think if you're looking to buy, now's the time to hit that hammer, because it's not going to be like that in 18 months. I really don't think so.
Well, me and you watch the hot sheets every day. I've seen the last couple of days houses go pending in the first week. They're going to hit the market. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just showing you the demand that's that's coming out this early.
You know,
It's only February.
You know, I find more interesting. I've seen some pendings that actually expired last year go pending, like just relisted as pending because I think people are looking for inventory. So they call the ad agent and say, "Hey, will that person take this?" And they put a deal together, and then they just throw it in the MLS as pending. So, that just hopefully the inventory breaks loose here pretty soon.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for being with us.